the Nike Kyrie 9 might be Kyrie Irving's last signature shoe with Nike ever. So earlier in May, it was reported that Nike would consider not extending their current existing signature shoe deal with Kyrie Irving beyond the 2022-2023 season. That said, the Nike Kyrie 9 could be the last Nike Kyrie signature shoe to release on the market. However, this does not rule out the potential retro releases of past like Nike Kyrie footwear, or perhaps his involvement on sportswear, like the side of things from the brand declined to keep him signed in some capacity. But this first look at the Kyrie 9 is like a white university red, black, kind of like wolf gray, reveals like a completely new redesigned featuring sustainably focused materials on the upper, a completely new traction pattern. It's a new model currently expected to release on November 11th with this specific colorway scheduled to release on November 24th. So I mean, this is like one of those stories where like I didn't see this coming, but like I felt it coming, like for some reason with all the, you know, not only the drama but like the headlines surrounding Kyrie right now. Like I'm just not totally surprised that Nike may want to take a step back on this. But what's your take on the Kyrie 9 potentially coming to a close and closing out his entire line with Nike? That sounds crazy.
You know,
a year ago, that sounds crazy.
Yeah. I for sure think I'm kind of excited because we talked about this off air, and I think Kyrie, being the creative he is, can pull out some crazy stuff if he has more power.
He's such a free thinker. Do you think he would just? Do you think? I feel
we
like
talked about it.
Kyrie,
Kanye.
No, but you know what you know what that made me think of is like we haven't seen the athlete that like is sponsored or does stuff with multiple brands.
Oh, I don't think he'll ever do that.
I would, but how crazy would that be? Not like, but like the off-white type stuff.
He's like the Travis Scott of NBA.
Yeah, the closest I could think of is, you remember whenever I think we talked about this article. Do you remember whenever
that'd be gross.
Kyle Kuzma signed with GOAT?
Yeah.
He signed with GOAT, and like was wearing their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like clothing, it was everything. It was all GOAT related, like shoes. Like he'd be wearing. I think it was Kyle Kuzma. It might have been PJ Tucker. I can't remember who it was, but someone signed with GOAT and started wearing all this heat on the court or something like that. I think it went away pretty quick. But I mean, the problem is like, it's one of the better like lines
for sure
within Nike.
For sure. I don't know. The Kyrie 8 was a little weird. It was definitely a weird, at least the cushioning setup.
The Kyrie 8 is amazing.
It is. It's nice.
I love it. Like it's different,
kind
of
weird.
And it's weird because that's the same shoe that that's the shoe that he said he hated and didn't want to play in.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I think probably just like a sour taste. Nike's just like.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
no, it's definitely
after all that stuff. I mean, you had all the off-court stuff, but then Alan, exactly. The Kyrie 8 is so nice, but you had the whole thing where it's like, you know, the Kyrie 8, he comes out and publicly like trashes the shoe.
Yeah.
And then so it's not even like the whole, you know, vaccine and the not player empowerment, but just like the activism and the stuff like that. Just like kind of the contradictory stuff. I just feel like it's more so like. Whenever the LeBron 20 comes out, I'm pumped to see those two. Those are going to be sweet. I don't even know when they're scheduled to release. It should be this summer. His shoes normally come out around the... Actually, that might not be right. I don't remember when his shoes released. The LeBron 19 has been out for like a little while. It's been out for a little while, but I mean... It's going to be interesting. I just don't know. It's going to be weird to not see Kyrie's line. I feel like if Kyrie doesn't end up staying with Nike, no one's going to sign him.
Well,
so listen to
this.
I think
is
Kanye
weird
will.
though.
This is weird.
I think that. Yeah, I think
that doesn't
Yeezy
count.
will.
That doesn't count.
I mean, obviously, out of the big four, yeah.
No, it doesn't count because
I don't think Adidas. Yeah, LeBron 19 was a disappointment.
It was way too heavy. The LeBron 19 low is kind of nice.
But no, I agree with that. Nike obviously is not going to sign him. I doubt Nike. Jordan's not going to do it.
No, that's
Adidas. No, Under Armour. No, Puma. I could see the only out of the big guys. The big manufacturers.
You can't even consider Puma in that, honestly.
Oh, stop.
I mean, they're there now, but like they're not established.
I mean, they came out with an absolute bang.
They used to be. They used to be, but it kind of like fizzled out. They're definitely coming back.
I'd say it's either going to be Puma or it's going to be Kanye. And that's it. It's going to be either Yeezy, Kyrie, or it's going to be Puma.
Well, I'm just trying to relate it to the fact that like whenever he was like putting out these trade talks and saying like I want to get traded and all this and that, no one was wanting to trade for him. Right. So you got to imagine, I feel like the optics of that means like what brand is going to want to sign someone that people aren't super interested in. Like, I don't know. There's a lot to it. But just the very fact that we're actually talking about Kyrie maybe being on his last shoe
I
with
know.
Nike is just crazy.
I know it's coming to an end. What an era.
It's not over yet.
But hopefully they come out with a bang, because
It is.
I don't know. Hopefully they come out with a bang. Adidas and Nikes, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, for basketball, that's
It's
for
pretty close.
basketball,
Not
it's
even
pretty much where
Jordan.
it's at.
It's literally Nike, Adidas, but Pumas,
Jordan just doesn't have as many athletes
Yeah.
and doesn't produce as many shoes independently. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah. Thank you guys for taking some time to watch.
To watch the full episode, click here. To subscribe for more sneaker related content, click here. But until next time, peace.